Despite double-digit growth in revenue for the first quarter of 2014, Twitter's user base didn't do much to impress investors, and its stock paid for it with a sizable blow, down 10% Tuesday. Since its IPO last November, investors have kept a watchful eye on the social network's expansion, and while both revenue and users have grown, the latter fell short of projections. Here's a quick breakdown. The Wall Street Journal reports in the first quarter of 2013, Twitter's user base grew by 3.8%. The following year, it grew 5.8% to 255 million users, but analysts had expected 6.6% growth. And in the nickel and dime community of Wall Street, that difference is a big enough deal to turn some investors off of the company. An analyst for Topeka Capital told the Journal, "Financially, the business is performing strong. The revenue, advertising growth, and earnings numbers were solid. Unfortunately, the street was demanding more out of Twitter for user growth, which Twitter did not deliver." In the earnings call, Twitter CEO Dick Costolo acknowledged the shortfall and said growth is a top priority this year. Forbes quotes him saying, "We are doubling down 2014 to accelerate the growth of our core user base. We simply need to make Twitter a better Twitter." How does Costolo plan on doing that? Forbes goes on to list the changes. Make signing up for the service quick and painless, keep the photos and videos coming, make conversations easier and more inviting, and develop better organization. Twitter's report says it has about 255 million active users each month. So just how many would it take to make investors happy? RBC Capital Markets analyst Mark Mahaney tells USA Today, for that answer, just look to Facebook. Facebook is well over 1.2 billion or 1.3 billion users, with growth in the mid-teens year over year. Twitter keeps accelerating, and the number of users they have is growing 25% year over year. But I think there were people, including within the company, who thought Twitter could have 500 million users at some point. Most of Twitter's revenue growth came from advertising, which has more than doubled in the past year. For Newsy, I'm Jay Struberg.